Hello and welcome to another important class of Business Studies of Class 12 Commerce Planning Chapter. So far we have discussed about various important questions and various important topics of planning. And in today's class I will discuss about another important topic of planning, that is steps to be followed in the planning process. Steps to be followed, or steps of planning, steps to be followed in the planning process. Now, first, before any planning, there should be a recognition of the need of action, and then any logical and scientific planning must go through these following steps that I am going to discuss today. So, let me discuss one by one the steps. The first step is determination of clear-cut objectives. Determination of objectives. Now, objectives indicates the end points of what is to be done, where it is to be done, how much it is to be done, by whom it is to be done. It must be specific. It is the result expected to be done. So it must be clear, informative in nature. It should be specific to avoid any kind of confusion and ambiguity. So first step is determination of these specific or clear-cut objectives. The second step is establishment of planning premises. This is the second step, very important step, establishment of planning premises. Now, planning premises forms the foundation of any organization. Planning is based upon certain forecasting, and forecasting means assumptions and anticipations of the future events from beforehand. So, planning must consider variable factors, just like internal premises, that is cost of production and profitability, external premises like economical and industrial policies, tangible premises like sales and production volume, intangible premises like goodwill, controllable premises like expenditure on advertisement, and uncontrollable premises like the abnormal future events. These are the planning premises. So establishment of these planning premises is very important second step. Now the third step is development of alternative course of action. This is the third step, development of alternative course of action. Now, all proper and possible courses of action must be listed and analyzed properly by managers. The managers who are skilled, who have creativity, and they can apply their analytical skills and creativity to develop these courses of action. So all the courses, different types of courses of action must be listed first. Moving on to the next step, which is just related with this step, development of alternative course of action. And what is that step? That is selection of the best alternative course of action. Selection of the best alternative course of action. Now, the best feasible course of action must be selected after careful consideration of the merits and demerits of various alternatives. Many alternatives have certain limitations and shortcomings. Those should not be selected. The alternative which has least of the shortcomings should be selected, considering the circumstances prevailing. So this is the next step. Moving on to the last step of planning, that is formulative. Sorry, it is not the last step. It is another important step for planning, that is formulating a derivative plan. Formulation of a derivative plan. Now, derivative plan means a secondary plan, an optional plan, or a plan B, we can say. These derivative plans always give a support to the basic plan, the main plan. So there should be a formulation of this derivative plan to support the main plan of action. This is very essential. And moving on to the last topic, last step of this is implementation of plan of action. Now, how this implementation of plan of action is possible? Only through the employees. Employees' participation is very necessary. It is very essential. For a successful plan, the loyalty, the commitment of the employees are dependent. In this process of planning, employee participation, cooperation of the employee is necessary, and that is only possible if the managers explain to the employees the proper plan. This ensures the effectiveness and the participation, the wholehearted participation of the employees in an action. Their involvement, the involvement of the employees is very important for any kind of plan of action to be implemented. The managers must keep it in head that employee cooperation and commitment is very essential. So these are the various steps to be followed in the planning process. So these are the main points that you will write, and you can elaborate these points according to your convenience. You can take the help of the main J.K. Mitra book or any other kind of reference book, but these are the main points that you should write, you should follow. Determination of clear-cut objective, establishment of premises, development of alternative course of action, selection of the best action, and formulation of the derivative plan, implementation of the plan of action. So whenever a question of 4 marks or 6 marks will come, accordingly you will write the answer based on the marks given to you. So I hope you have understood whatever I have explained in this class about these steps. Next class we will discuss some other topics. Till then, goodbye.